What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be looking at a couple clips today from the most recent Impulsive podcast where Logan announces that he is moving to Puerto Rico. Here's the first clip.
This is the last episode of Impulsive
Thanks
ever.
for watching. Goodbye. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. I was there this past week kind of scouting it out. I've been fiending for a change in my life, and I think I got that bug bit me that is biting everyone leaving LA, and I finally got it. And
West Nile. You have the West Nile virus? Is that what you're saying? Because there's some dangerous insects down there in fucking PR.
There's not. So that's what I thought. I thought it was more third world than I suspected. So I went out there to scout it, and I just fell in love with it. And obviously I'm impulsive, and I trust my gut, my instincts. Feel like it's the closing of a chapter and the opening of a new one. Getting a lot of senior year vibes around the house. I've been singing that song the whole, as we go on, we remember. We'll get copyright for that.
Copyright infringement.
Next clip is where Mike Malak discusses his thoughts on Logan moving and if he's going to move with him.
When Logan brought this opportunity to me, he's like, pick up, move to Puerto Rico. Come with me. We'll continue doing what we've been doing. That sounded really comfortable. Sounded like a really comfortable offering to me. He said, you could come crash in my crib down there, make more money. We'll keep the podcast going. It sounded super comfy. And in my life, one thing that I know is whenever something starts to feel comfortable, it's not a long-term solution. It's just not. And nowadays in my life, when I see something that looks uncomfortable, like it could result in a dramatic change, a drastic contrast with what currently exists as my life, I welcome that with open arms. And I'll tell you why, George. Every time something in my life has changed dramatically, the cards have fallen down all around me and I've had to pick those cards up and build something new. It has always 100% of the time led to something dramatically greater than what fell down.
This clip is of George's thoughts on it, the other co-host. Here it is.
Tell you a little.
Yeah, George is really fun. So really quickly before we started the show today, Logan just gave us an entire PowerPoint presentation called "Why You People Should Move to Puerto Rico with Me," and he, for lack of a better word, stated his case. And a lot of the stuff was aimed directly at me. Me and him have had some very intimate conversations over the past week about why it would make sense for me to be there and why I should pick up and leave and go there. And every time I've said, hey man, listen, bro, I'm not fucking moving to Puerto Rico with you. So he put together a whole Puerto Rican PowerPoint.
You went full
document.
Jordan Belfort on me.
Yeah.
You pounded your head with a microphone and said, I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
And then George walked in during this PowerPoint, and now this is his current attitude towards things, I guess.
I think everybody could agree that I'm the most sensitive one in the group.
Yeah, you fucking pussy.
Yeah. I'm a fucking guy that brings.
I'm kidding.
We love you, man.
I love you so.
Last clip is where Logan talks about if he will be continuing the podcast doing audio only after he moves to Puerto Rico.
I want to ask a question to the audience because this is one of the solutions I had for the Puerto Rico ex-California impulsive crossover to make it continue. If we did go audio only, like I'm sitting at my house in PR and y'all are here, it's one way to continue it. But I understand it's not ideal, right? Like we want to keep the show going, but please comment below what your honest thoughts are about that. But yeah, Dobrik's going to be interesting to see what happens because he has such a cultural pull that he can get some awesome A-list guests on there pretty much probably every week and start slashing his way up the rankings. He's already really high, but yeah, you know, obviously top tier celebrities love him. If he can nail that podcast, it'll be interesting to see what happens with it.
It's just, and by the way, best of luck to him. I hope he crushes it. But it's not always as you know, the podcast game is simply just not about who you can get on the show. That definitely helps drive new viewers. It definitely helps, you know, get people onto the platform. But the
For today's video, if you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe.